What's up guys, you're back with TechNick, and today I have another speed test for you, but this time between the RedMagic 5G and the Black Shark 3 Pro. The RedMagic 5G comes paired with Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 865 processing chip, and I have the 8GB of RAM variant of the phone. The Black Shark 3 Pro also comes with Qualcomm's 865, and I also have the 8GB of RAM version of this phone as well. Both phones are updated to the latest firmware that they currently have available to date, and we have the hardware specs here. Feel free to hit pause for more information there. We have 144Hz panel on the RedMagic 5G, 90Hz on the Black Shark 3 Pro. We're going to drop the resolution on the Black Shark 3 Pro to 1080p to match that of the RedMagic, and I have left animations on as per your guys' request on recent polls on my YouTube channel. Round 1 is going to be about boot and fingerprint unlock, round 2 is going to be about initially opening apps, round 3 is going to be about reopening app speeds, and round 4 is going to be about RAM management. We're going to be using my little fingers over here, so to keep things accurate, we're going to pair GoPro footage at the bottom left hand corner. Guys, this is TechNick, and without further ado, let's go! We're going to start here with round 1, which consists of a boot, fingerprint unlock, and initially showing app icons. The RedMagic 5G was 10 seconds quicker in the boot as opposed to the Black Shark 3 Pro, giving it its first point there, though the Black Shark 3 Pro quickly snagged its first point in round 1 when initially showing the app icons after the boot. We're going to test out the fingerprint sensors over here. Both of them are optical readers under the screen. We're going to do best out of 3 here, and the Black Shark 3 gets it every single time, giving it second and final point in round 1. Now we're going to go into round 2 over here, and round 2 is going to consist of initially opening apps. This has nothing to do with RAM management. It has nothing to do with the speed of the RAM either. It just has to do with that raw processing power. If you guys are new to the channel, we have GoPro footage at the bottom left hand corner, and just underneath that we have a countdown timer counting down to the next round. The RedMagic 5G is currently up for pre-order as of the 14th of this month, and you'll be able to get it in your hands on the 21st of April 2020. Head over to their page. I have left links in the description down below. They're currently running a pre-order promotion. Starting at just $579, there is a huge bang for buck here when you're looking at price as compared to the specs of the RedMagic 5G. I'm going to start here with an internet speed test over here. We're not checking download and upload, we're just checking how fast each phone can run the test. 32 seconds for the RedMagic 5G as opposed to 33 seconds for the Black Shark 3 Pro, meaning that the RedMagic 5G is now double the points of that of the Black Shark 3 Pro. Now 7 points for the RedMagic 5G as opposed to 3 points for the Black Shark 3 Pro. The previous test that I recently did was putting up the Black Shark 3 Pro against its little brother, the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro. It actually lost in that. If you guys have yet to see that, please feel free to go to my channel after this video and have a watch over there. Though in round 2 and 3, the Black Shark 3 Pro actually beat the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro when it came to speed, since round 1 and round 4 has nothing to do with speed because it has to do with boot, fingerprints, and then round 4 has to do with the wonderful RAM management, which we'll get to later. If you guys are new to the channel over here, I also re-look at each individual clip to make sure that each app is open faster on one phone as opposed to the other, which gets allocated a point. Black Shark 3 Pro was 1 second slower in exporting a 4K 30 frames per second clip, or 25 frames per second clip on Adobe Rush over there. So far we have 15 points for the RedMagic 5G. It is absolutely destroying the Black Shark 3 Pro so far, but opening up Facebook, the Black Shark 3 Pro takes it. We have turned on Astral VPN over here so that we can open all social media apps, since I am currently residing in China. If you guys are enjoying this video, please hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you can be the first to watch any of my videos coming up later on this week and in the foreseeable future. The Black Shark 3 Pro also opened up YouTube slightly faster, so it's slowly catching up over there, but shooting over to my channel over here, the RedMagic 5G got to that slightly faster. Opening up a video over here, the RedMagic 5G also got to that slightly quicker, loaded that a little bit faster as well. I'm really impressed with the Black Shark 3 Pro. Both of them are running UFS 3.0 storage, but as you guys saw with the export of the photo on Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Rush over there, the RedMagic 5G actually exported the photo and the video slightly quicker than that of the Black Shark 3 Pro, so it's doing something great with its storage optimization with the software of the phone. Going into our first game here is Subway Surfers, and the Black Shark 3 Pro opens that one up slightly faster. Now 7 points for the Black Shark 3 Pro as opposed to 20 points for the RedMagic 5G. Going into our second game here, Flip Diving, slightly slightly more graphic intense, slightly longer to load, and we get a point there for the Red Magic 5G in the gaming department, making it now triple points as opposed to the 7 points of the Black Shark 3 Pro. Going into Temple Run 2 over here, slightly more graphics intense, slightly longer to load, the Red Magic 5G takes the 22nd point in round 2 as opposed to the 7 points on the Black Shark 3 Pro. These names are getting ridiculously long. Let me know what you guys think of that. Opening up our most graphics intense game of this test, PUBG Mobile, the game that you guys play the most. 17 seconds on the Red Magic 5G, 2 seconds slow on the Black Shark 3 Pro, putting at 19 seconds there. And the Red Magic 5G closes the round with 23 points as opposed to 7 on the Black Shark 3 Pro. That is ridiculous. Now, round 3 is going to be about reopening app speed. This has nothing to do with RAM management whatsoever. So if the app is killed on one of the devices, but it still opens it up quicker, we'll get the points because this is about reopening app speed and not RAM management. RAM management will come through in round 4, and so far in round 3 we have 2 apiece on both phones. Netflix was too close to call, and if you guys are new to the channel, what I do is I slow down the clips, I rewatch it 3, 4, 5 times, and if it is just 1 or 2 milliseconds between the 2 apps on both phones over there, I don't allocate a point at all if it is too close to call. Though if there is just 1 or 2 milliseconds between the phones, but it is obvious that one phone opened the app slightly faster than the other phone, then I do indeed allocate a point over there. So far we have 4 points apiece in round 3 over here. The Red Magic 5G just stepped it up and grabbed its 5th point in round 3 and its 6th point after opening up Adobe Rush. Going into Photoshop Express, it seems to like killing these apps a lot of the time. And just before we get into round 4, just to let you guys know, we are running 8 gigs of RAM on both of these devices. I usually purchase the 8 gig of RAM versions of these phones, of all phones actually. I try get them if I can, because the speed between 8 and 12 gigs of RAM is absolutely nothing. The speed of the RAM on both of these phones is LPDDR5, and that is what matters, not the actual size of the RAM over here. If you run a benchmark test with a 12 gig of RAM phone and an 8 gig of RAM phone, and they're both running the same storage speeds, LPDDR5 in this case, then you won't see a difference there at all. And 8 gigs of RAM should be more than sufficient to reopen these 20 apps over here. Your phone should have no problems keeping them open, but Xiaomi says, sorry, we can't do that, and the Red Magic 5G has now opened up 7 apps as opposed to 0 on the Black Shark 3 Pro. The Black Shark keeps killing all of the apps over here. I can assure you guys that I have gone into battery optimizations and turned them all off for all of these different apps that we have here. I've also turned off complete optimizations when it comes to battery life on both phones in total over here. So far 14 points in RAM management as opposed to 0 points for the Black Shark 3 Pro over there in round 4. Total points 47 points for the Red Magic 5G as opposed to 16 for the Black Shark 3 Pro. That is ridiculous. I think the Red Magic 5G is officially the highest ranked phone on my speed test over here. If we take out round 1 and round 4, which has nothing to do with speed, and just allocate points for round 2 and 3, which is speed only, then we get 32 points for the Red Magic 5G as opposed to 14 for the Black Shark 3 Pro. Good on you, Red Magic. Guys, this is TechNick, and I'll see you in the next one.